All right, folks, she's going to try to pick at something, but she didn't, so. Okay, Toots, we talked about pronunciation. What is this game called?
Siege of Tenochtitlan.
The Siege of...
Siege of Tenochtitlan.
Do you know anything about that?
No.
No. Do you know... We talked about it last night. Hold the cover up for everybody, because you can see what it's doing outside. It's pretending to snow.
It's not doing anything.
Not doing anything. This is the snow apocalypse for Northwest Alabama that has been a nothing burger. But this is a game from, I think it's the historical group. I think that's who it's by. We bought this one, so this is the museum edition. What that means, it's a Ziploc edition and it's a non-box edition. This is, of course, Cortes going back into Mexico City and going deep into urban fighting. So, here's a game Miss Katie knows nothing about. She's actually seen a movie sort of on the subject, the Mel Gibson movie Apocalypto, where they sort of intermesh Mayan and Aztec culture.
Smitty seems to think that I've seen it, but I don't remember anything.
She has seen it in the theater.
But I don't remember anything about it.
She saw it in the theater. And that was probably before I went to Afghanistan.
I was going to say, who is president?
Yeah, it was before I went to Afghanistan. But, so we're getting this one, and we've just got a ping that we're going to get a sneak preview of a new Paper Wars game on the Battle of, now I got to look for it so I don't screw up the pronunciation, Tenochtitlan.
Tenochtitlan.
Yeah, that word.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. But we're going to give this one a quick whirl, and then we're going to look at the new sneak preview, the Paper Wars one, but we're not going to do it today because I'm going to show you off to the side. You can see there's snow out there and it's freezing, and we've been out today, but we put in 4 bags of dirt in the snow because
we're insane.
Because we're insane. So, Miss Katie's going to take this from me in a moment, and then I will talk to you a little bit about the game and other stuff. So, we're going to have to give her the magic wave so she waves.
Bye-bye.
Bye-byes. All right, folks. We're back. I'm going to see if I can sit down. Oh, I managed to pull the chair in back. Oh, my God. I did that without falling down. So, we're back to this game again. Now, let me show you how clever this is. The museum thing, so they can be a little cheaper. Ta-da! The folder opens to the map. Okay, it's a map, it works, but of course you've got here the lake and the causeways. It's a 24-turn game. The rules at one point are a little ambivalent about how many turns it is, and then another place they say actual 24, and that seems to be his standard. So, counters, yellow for Spanish, and how about that? The cards match the same kind of thing. It's a card-driven game, really, folks, but on the back is when they're disruptive or disorganized, or what's the term they used? Disordered? Let me look here, because we're trying to get this in and out of the way today. Disordered. I was very good. I actually remember it. So, and of course your Aztec counters, and of course with the Spanish, you've also got their allied Native Americans, Indians, anti-Aztec factions. And of course you've got your Aztec cards. And for an example, card that says water shortage. You can move up to 6 Aztec units, attack with 4 of them, and no special rules on this one. But if no aqueduct hex is occupied by a Spanish land unit, move is 8 units and attack is 5 units. So you got to be mindful of the objective hexes. And where are the objective hexes? Well, the objective hexes are these. And it's a shame they didn't use the Quetzalcoatl rather than the eagle type. Been a little cooler they used Quetzalcoatl, but they didn't. So, rules are 1, 2, 3, and as Miss Katie would say next,
Foe.
4 pages. The only thing I don't like about the rules, well, there's one small one. There's a proofing one. The Spanish brigantine units are set up in any hex is, someone missed the word in, minor thing. But the other one is the nod the PC right, which is not good. The player taking his or her turn, their turn. This is a simple thing. But it gets to be annoying because then I start looking for it. The military instructor and the former graduate teaching instructor that I start looking for that. And it's used 6 times where it becomes the his, her, him, she, whatever. And it's just, that's not good writing. It's just simply not good writing. But otherwise, everything makes sense. Everything's easy. There's also in his games, there's always a defensive fire phase. So up to 3 defensive units can fire, but you may not want them to fire. Games are fast. I have the Stalingrad game. I have the Siege of Delhi game. I also have the one on Braddock's defeat, disaster. Miss Katie has stood on Braddock's grave where he was buried originally. It used to be on one of our stopping points going to Pennsylvania Army National Guard unit, that area southwest Pennsylvania. So, this is a cheaper version of their box games, and I'm going to come back to that. This is sort of what we would call otherwise, this museum edition is really a Ziploc edition. The rules, counters, cards. There you have the game. Combat's pretty simple, because you notice combat factors are very low, 2, 3, and then you roll a die for both the attacker, against the defensive thing, and dependent upon what it is, if it's, say, equal, well, nothing happens. If the sum is if the attack sum is equal or greater than the defensive factor than 1, the defending unit is flipped over to its disordered side. If the attack sum is greater than 2 or more, then it is eliminated. So pretty simple, pretty easy. Combat's very easy in the system. Is it realistic? It's fun enough. Realistic is, I guess, in the eye of the beholder. How about that? Works for me. 2 pieces of reading, because we don't have a book on this right now, but we'll be getting one, because as I mentioned earlier, we're getting a sneak preview of the new Paper Wars one, the remake of the old Command Magazine one of this same battle. Carnage and Culture. His chapter on this battle is among the best military history writing ever. In fact, the chapter is called something Technology and War. So let's make certain what it's called. Technology and the Wages of Reason. Hold up my little cheat sheet there, Tootsie, so I can pronounce this properly. It's
Give me a second here.
okay.
Folks.
Tenochtitlan, right? Tenochtitlan. That's close enough. June 24, 1520 to August 13, 1521. The battle for Mexico City and the Aztec War and the mine of the conquistadors. Which is funny because we were looking today at Spanish Mastiff dogs because of this. And we're surprised to find out they had been mated with greyhounds, because on this, you see, not on this one. Oh, yes, you do. War dogs. Right here. War dogs. How about that? And of course, our favorite reading on it for a whole 15 cents, the Conquest of Mexico. And I think this was Bernardo. Yeah, how about that? I remember. It says Bernal Diaz del Castillo, but I think it was Bernardo. But best book, one of the best books on it. Illustrated classic, a whole 15 cents. Got a number of these.
Looks like a comic book.
It's a comic book that has been made. The actual literature has been turned into a comic book.
And when did that come out?
This came out.
What's the copyright?
Let's see. The copyright on this is January 1964.
Oh, it was
And so,
not quite. I wasn't quite 3.
going to be smart for Valentine's Day, I bet, and look up some of these for me, like the one I sent her today on Gustavus Adolphus. Oh, one of the great captains of history in the Lutheran to boot. So, but we're looking forward to this one. We look forward to most of these because my wife likes me playing games because she knows I'm home and she can wander down the hall and give me crap, so life's good. and we get to take the dogs in and out a lot because of that. So, but this, I was happy to find this one. It was not in beside my bedside, which was surprising to me because that's where I keep some of my more valuable things. So, all right, folks, we'll be to this one. We'll get this one played. We'll review it. We'll write it up. You'll look it up on Board Game Geek. And several of you will give it a thumb. So, have a blessed day and be careful if you're in an area of snow because, heck, anybody else is going to get more than what we're getting out here right now. So, thanks, folks. Have a good one. She's going to turn me off now. Bye.